What's up, my peopleization? It's the man with the master plan, King Shabazz, and we back at it again, man. RTK Podcast, Real Talk with Kings. With my brother, Money Mello. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good. Thanks for having me. We feel good. I feel good about America. Today is a good day, and I'm just glad to be with my brother. We got a great topic. We got a great discussion. So I'm just blessed. Thank God for another day. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling all right, man. You sitting there talking about some thanks for having me, dog. You a part of the show, man. What you mean? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I'm just feeling so luscious today. I'm feeling so illustrious.
Yeah.
How you been? How your week been?
I can't complain, man. It's it's been all right week. Been a smooth week. So far just knocking out these last few weeks of school, getting everything situated and squared away. So finishing out the semester strong. So I can't complain.
Right.
It's been a crazy election year. That's finally came to a close. So yeah, man. But besides that, everything been good, man. Just keeping myself sharp, man, and working on bettering myself. But yeah, man, interesting episode, man. Dying to live, and I want to apologize for getting the show started so late, man. Was getting everything, had some technical difficulties and getting everything situated and squared away. But make sure y'all subscribe to the show on YouTube, man. Hit that bell, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can get all the newest and latest notifications. RTK Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, and Amazon Music, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a family member to tell a family member, man. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. What's the word on the wizard? Joe Biden wins the presidential election over Donald Trump after days of counting votes, concluding a circus show of an election. Trump says he refuses to accept the election results. What is your thoughts and opinion on the entire 2020 election year and campaign?
At one point, I'm gonna tell you, it feels so good. Like I feel flabbergasted. At one point, I thought America was literally losing its character. I thought at one point Atlanta, we was losing integrity. We was losing everything that we quote unquote say this country was built upon. And I feel like we was losing it slowly. So just to see the states that you would never think in 100 years become a democratic state, become a democratic diocese, it was great to see. I can most definitely say shout out to the black demographics of the black youth from the ages of 18 to 29. We had a big presence and we had a big effect in this election. When you got so much joy, when you just feel euphoric, like you got nothing to say about Trump. Trump lost January. He's gonna be time to pack his bags, get up out of there. I feel like it ain't number 13% of African Americans in America. So that means we wasn't the only ones voted for Biden. That means it was way more others voted for Biden as well.
Right.
So it's just a great day to see that integrity, democracy, dignity, all of that stuff really does matter. Really having a great character really does matter, And shout out to Van Jones, he pointed that out. What about you?
I see a lot of people on social media excited and celebrating and stuff like that. So, okay, y'all, you got Trump out of office,
Right.
You demanded to get Trump out of office. So now that you got Joe Biden in office, now you got to demand something out of Joe Biden. Right. I hope, you know what I'm saying? I hope this don't mean, okay, we got Trump out of office. All right, cool. We ain't got to demand nothing. So the same way y'all demanded for y'all fought and demand to get Trump out of office, you got to fight and demand to get those changes from Joe Biden. Because at the end of the day, ain't nothing changed besides it's just a new president. You know what I'm saying? So all that, oh yeah, everything changed, everything's gonna be great. No, you know what I'm saying? No. Now this is the time where we gotta start making change and start demanding things. They wanted your vote. You know what I'm saying? Now you have to demand these things. We the people elected Joe Biden, so now you have to demand the vote. All this celebrating just because you got Trump out of office and ain't nothing changing, it was just a waste of time. There's going to be another 4 years of grief and misery, you know what I'm saying, and still messed up stuff going on in America, so we have to demand change. Just like we demanded to get Trump out of office, you got to demand that change. All that celebrating and throwing a party like something really happened, but we still going back to the same old BS Monday morning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to demand that change. We got to take hold and take control of our lives and ourselves, So I'm thinking that this is really a victory and oh everything is fine and everything cool. No, we got to make demands and start creating change. So just sitting up and just happy and celebrating that Donald Trump is out of office, that ain't it. That's not gonna cut it, you know.
Right.
But
What I always realize about America always wants to feel a sense of pride and nationality. They want to be looked at as like just a patriotic country.
right.
And you know with us, you know, with not us but with Biden winning, it gives them that sense and that feel of pride, and we're still a patriotic country. It makes them have that nationalism that they always think they have. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of times throughout the election. I saw so many times from locals, your vote don't matter. Why you voting? So much conspiracies why your vote don't matter. To everybody who voted, you know, your vote did matter, and it did. And don't never let anybody oppress or suppress your voting rights.
Yeah. So yeah, man. That's so hopefully make a change. You know, we'll really
Right.
fight to make a change and make a difference and create that change. So just celebrating that ain't it. But also in other news, man, very sad story. Rising Chicago rapper King Von shot and killed in the early morning of Friday in Atlanta after a physical altercation broke out outside of a hookah lounge. Two other affiliates of Von was murdered as well. Rumors are swirling that King Von's camp got into it with rapper Quando Rondo's camp, and it was a big altercation and shots were fired, and King Von was hit multiple times. He was taken to the area hospital and ended up later succumbing to his injuries sustained in the shooting and passed in the morning of Friday morning, November 6th. What's your thoughts on that?
That was a sad story. Like I always say, whenever an African American male dies in America, part of us dies. Because
Right.
You know, the legacy or just the influence he could have had, we're short of that. We'll never be able to get that back now.
Mhm.
And it's like it's a direct correlation. It's like with the music, with the message they send, it's a direct correlation on the life that they've lived, that they're going to live.
Right.
And not even from King Von's side primarily, but also if it was an altercation with Quando Rondo's side, the music and everything they pushed was the vision, you know. And to see that actually happen in reality, it just makes you sad, you know. That guy's, he was young king. He came under a great organization. I support the Only Family movement in Chicago. So, you know, I just hate to see another African American. Forget him being a rapper. Forget him being Lil Durk's brother. Forget him making millions. You know, he's an African American male first, and he's a human first. So, you know, I just hate to see him die from that standpoint. How you feel?
Man, it really touched me, man. Shout out my brother, man, Sean in the chat. He said we do need to get the change pushing, and I agree, 100%. You know, I didn't really listen to King Von, even though the only song I knew was a Crazy Story, and that was a hell of a display of storytelling, dude. Like each of his songs, you know what I'm saying, that I checked out, he was a hell of a storyteller, you know what I'm saying, and actually had like talent, you know. So just to see that situation and how it transpired, man, is just so sad, man, you know, because you know, they don't know any better, you know what I'm saying? All our brothers,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, all our brothers out in the street, man, they don't know any better, and they just, it's a lack of you know what I'm saying, guidance within the community, within our community, you know what I'm saying? As I did my research and did my, you know what I'm saying, due diligence on them, King Von pops was in and out of jail all throughout his life, you know what I'm saying, while he was younger, then end up dying. So you not having that father figure in your life telling you right from wrong, you know, it's gonna affect you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna affect the child, you know, it's gonna affect how he move and how he goes about different things in different situations. So instead of having that father figure in the household to raise him, you know, he got the streets to raise him, you know.
Bingo.
You
That
know what I'm
became the
saying?
father figure.
Your partner, you know what I'm saying, your partner out in the streets, he gonna raise me. Oh man, he gonna teach me this and that. He don't know no better because his pops or he didn't have no father figure in his life. So
Right.
it's just a lot of different things, and it was just a sad situation, sad story. And like I said before, he, you know what I'm saying, this music you can hear, he wasn't no saint, you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep it 100, he wasn't no saint, you know, and the energy you put out into the world, you know what I'm saying, you get what you give, you know what I'm saying, the energy you put out into the world, that's what will come back on you, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that dude did not deserve that, you know what I'm saying? The brother who shot him, you know, it's a lack of miscommunication. you know?
Right.
And he don't know any better, you know what I'm saying? Because it started out as a fight and an altercation. I hate that, to see that, like, man, every time it's a problem or it's a beef, oh, we gonna shoot somebody. We're gonna shoot and kill him, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna kill him, you know what I'm saying? What happened to, all right, we're gonna get the one-on-ones. We fight about it, you know what I'm saying? Then you can have a mediator to come and sit down and, all right, get both parties together. All right, so what's the problem? What's the what's the disagreement? What's the problem between the two parties and two camps? So what can we do to make a resolution and move forward to create a better change between the two? Because I done had plenty of times, like, I done had close partners of mine, I done fought, family members I done fought, and we, you know what I'm saying, we still tight and still close as ever. But once it gets to gunplay, and I'm making attempts on your life, it's hard to sit down and come to an understanding and agreement. Dog, you try to take me away from my mother, my father, my sisters, my cousins, my children.
My kids don't have a father anymore.
Exactly. So it's hard to sit down and have a conversation and be like, hey, okay, this is why I did this, this, and that. And I was talking to one of my boy, Dale, and we was talking about, like, man, the stuff that they be beefing over, like, in Chicago and LA, New York, our hoods all over the country, you know what I'm saying, all over the world. It's over minuscule things, you know, they beefing over stuff, something as little as, oh, I'm from this block and you from that block. And the crazy thing about it is the distance is they stay right around the corner from each other. And it's just the rule, oh, if they from over here, you don't fuck with them. If they from over there, you don't fuck with them. It's just little stuff like that. And these same guys go to school together. They done played on the same teams with each other or went against each other in different sports, you know, but I'm just from the other side of the tracks. So I'm from the other side of the block. I'm from a different ward. I'm from a different mile or something. You know, it's just something as little as that. And that's where the beef started. It started from, oh, you from this, my neighborhood versus your neighborhood. Then it gets to, all right, we go to fighting, this, that, and the third. All right, niggas don't fight no more. People don't fight no more. Scared to get their ass whooped. So what they do, all right, I'm finna take it to gunplay now. All right, so I see you. I catch you at the corner store. I catch you lacking. All right, I'm finna let you have it. You with your boys and all that. I don't care who it is. They with you. They can get it too. So I light up the corner store. I don't kill you, but I kill your close partner or your brother, your cousin. And now you want revenge. You ready? You thirsty for blood, and you know what I'm saying. It's an ongoing cycle going on over and over again. You know, until you know. All right, it's like that until you know I catch you slipping. So it's just a sad story and sad situation, man. It's just us as a people, we lost and we are misguided.
It's spiraling effect.
You know what I'm saying? It's spiraling effect. Spiraling effect.
Like how you were just telling how King Von's father was in his life, you know, and that's in the Midwest. That's Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And Quando Rondo, you know, grew up kind of as a parentless child as well. And those differences that he had end up killing anything potential that could have happened if they joined together. Exactly. What if King Von would have, or what if Quando Rondo would have expressed, I'm not saying he's the killer, but the shooter, what if he would express the vulnerability and King Von would have expressed the same vulnerability he come from, and they put that together? That could have changed the whole generation the way we think. Exactly. And when I see a lot of murdering, and when I see a lot of mass murdering, like you said, it's nonsense, especially in the black community, it's nonsense. And I think it just, most importantly, it has no purpose. It's no purpose. There's no purpose for killing.
Most definitely. And so it's just crazy because there's so much potential and so much that's just killed off that instant. So many lives affected, you know what I'm saying? But if we want to go right to the exact source, you know, King Von, no longer alive, you know what I'm saying? Didn't even know he had kids. Dude had 3 kids, I believe.
You got 3 kids.
You know what I'm saying? Now they growing up without a father.
Same, like who else grew up without a father?
Just like him. Now they growing up without a father.
Right.
The dude who murdered him, they arrested him yesterday. So now it's on video what happened. It's on video. So now his life is thrown away. So he can't live out his life. His family won't be able to see him. You know what I'm saying? They're going to see him caged up like an animal. You know, King Von, his wife, loved ones, close friends and family, they'll never see them. 2 of his affiliates who was murdered due to that altercation, they're dead. Now they got some more people mourning and sad about that. So it's just a chain effect of how many lives were disrupted and destroyed. And all these dudes is young. The dude who shot him, said he was 22. King Von was 26. You know, these guys is young. Give them
in their prime.
Give them 5 to 10 years to be able to mature mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because your mind don't fully done developing until you like 27, 28. So they're not fully there yet mentally. So you don't know what King Von could have been, man. This dude could have matured and grown to be a pillar within the community. The shooter could have done something, man, to change his life for the better, man, and really did some amazing things. Or like you said, the two camps could have collaborated together and created change, you know, and really like did something amazing for the world. But now it's just a what if story because the what had transpired early Friday morning. And I seen something they said Quando Rondo was trying to help King Von. You know what I'm saying? I guess he was just like, oh, it's just a fight and didn't mean it to go to gunplay like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a video they saying, oh, that was Quando Rondo on top of King Von trying to, like, I guess shield him and trying to help him out. So it's just a lot of, it's just a sad situation, sad story, man. So my prayers go out to King Von, his two other affiliates. His name was Louis. Dude's name was Louis and Slutty. You know, prayers go out to everybody involved who was devastated, you know what I'm saying, or was affected by the situation, this outcome, man. But most definitely, man, God bless the dead. But what else is going on what else is the word on the wire?
Right, yeah. That was heavy. So as we all know, for the first time, Georgia has an African American U.S. representative.
Right.
In the last 20 years, Raphael Warnock, African American male, went to Morehouse University. So this is the fourth person we've seen from a historically black college who's had an effect on the election. But Raphael Warnock, if you don't know, he went to Morehouse College and he preached at the same church that Martin Luther King preached at. So he's a direct descendant of Ebenezer Baptist Church. He won at a margin of 33% to the compared 26% of the Republican white woman he faced. And within the downtown Atlanta scene, Raphael Warnock has done so much community service events and so much giving back to the political standpoints and giving African Americans in the city of Atlanta that political statement and that political voice. So it's been a big day for Ebenezer and the church. They're having an event today as well. And I just want to bring light to what Raphael Warnock did. How you feel about it?
That's deep. That's deep. That's major. You know, we always gotta just continue to build, and we have to continue to build and passing on the legacy, you know what I'm saying, from the ancestors, you know. Martin Luther King, he's an ancestor, you know what I'm saying. It's considered, we look at ancestors like,
stoic ages.
400 years, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying, Martin Luther King is an ancestor. He's a young ancestor, you know what I'm saying. We just look at ancestors like, you got to be thousands of years, but continuing that legacy that, you know what I'm saying, that the ancestors has left for us, that's what it's all about, you know what I'm saying. We got to pick up the torch, you know what I'm saying? We got to carry the torch and go on. And once our time run out, it's like kind of like, not even torch, like a baton for our track people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pass the baton and you keep the marathon going, you know? You keep it going and keep it running. So I think that's major and that's dope. It just tells you how everything comes together, you know what I'm saying? And like changes and messages and causes transcends to lifetimes and connections. You be like, man, it's crazy. The work I'm doing is in this same building. This is the work where the late great Martin Luther King was putting in work. What he fought for, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing that same work, you know what I'm saying? So that spirit and his essence is living on within this building and also living on with me doing this work. And it's going to inspire someone, you know what I'm saying, the youth watching like, oh man.
Right.
Wow, it's doing something major. So shout out, man. That's dope, man. That's salute. Much love. Much love.
It is. And Malik, when I was saying, I was like, everything is about elevating that notion, elevating that image of African American males. Mm-hmm. It's like now you look at it, you think about it. There is a Southern, strictly Baptist Morehouse graduate, black man, who literally got 1 out of every 3 votes in the state of Georgia to vote for him as the Democratic Party representative of America. Mm-hmm. 1 out of 3.
Yeah.
It's like elevating the image.
That's dope. That's like I said, man, it's just we have to continue to grow and expand and stay and come united and come together, you know, because once we come together, we so much powerful and so much strong. It's like it's versus a slap versus a punch. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
divide it. You know what I'm saying? You slap somebody, that ain't gonna do no effect. You gonna be ain't gonna really no effect. But if we come together as a fist, then we you know what I'm saying? You can put somebody to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You knock somebody out, they going to sleep. So we have to continue to come together and make that cool. Let's end all the division and oh man, he from over here, he from over there, or if I ain't getting it, then fuck him and all that. Nah, just look at it. It's like, man, if your skin is black and you winning, we all winning. You know, because at the end of the day, no matter what city, what state you from, what country you from, we all come from all come from one tribe, man. So you know what I'm saying. But that's a story for another time. That's a little deeper. But also, man, I want to what else on the word on the wire, man? Y'all already know, man. My top 5. I look at my top 5 rappers and artists of all time is teachers and scholars to me. And I was learning different life lessons in life. So I was watching this interview with DMX. You know what I'm saying? Anybody know me, they know I love DMX. And DMX broke down and discussed how his issues with his drug issues began. And he was talking about how his hip hop mentor, it was a person that introduced them to the best thing of his life and also at the same time the worst thing of his life. And how he had a mentor who was got him into hip hop and DJing and battle rapping, but he also introduced DMX to crack cocaine. And he was talking about how he was tricked into smoking crack. He was thinking it was, just a regular blunt, smoking weed. And DMX was talking about he ain't never smoked, smoking no weed, drunk anything, smoking no cigarettes, anything. But this mentor he looked up to had gave him a blunt, and he was just thinking it was a regular blunt. And when he smoked it, he was like, he knew something wasn't right. It was just that feeling. He knew it was something right. And he was later find out that the blunt was laced with crack. You know what I'm saying? And DMX was real emotional, man. It was hard to watch the interview, man. DMX was real emotional and crying. It was like, why would you do that to me? Like, why would you do that to me? Because he already come from a troubled background. You know what I'm saying? Father wasn't in his life. Mother was abusive. You know what I'm saying? He was in these institutions, you know what I'm saying, childhood institutions, you know what I'm saying, and homeless, all the best friend was a dog. You know what I'm saying? Best friend was a dog. He was going around robbing people with dogs. He was like, he wouldn't rob you with no gun. He would rob you with a dog. So DMX already had a troubled past. Then you add drugs on it, it's just makes it even worse. And it's a demon he's been fighting with ever since. So he was talking about that, and I was like, man, that had really just touched me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I couldn't even watch it, man. It really had hurt me, man, just seeing how talented and how great DMX is as an individual, man. He continued to fight, you know what I'm saying, even through it all, man. So what's your thoughts on that, man? A trusted individual deceiving you and destroying you in a sense. You know what I'm saying? How do you what's your thoughts on this story, in this situation?
Like I haven't checked into the story, until you told me, but because I know who DMX is as an artist, because he's been vulnerable enough to share his past through his music, I do never feel, the worst for him. Like you said, when you hear DMX's story, his whole story until he gets to rap makes you cry because he's triumphant. Right. He's resilient. He made it through everything. Right. And from everything, he changed the way rap really was sent. That real underground dog rock star mentality, that wasn't inherited in rap. And he did it. And, he put his whole life and he put his whole vulnerability to us, and that's a sad story, man. You get choked up talking about it. But I hear about stories like that back at home where I'm from. Guys, I got family members who went to college and roommates laced them, And, you ask what makes people have this malice or what makes people have these malicious thoughts. And I don't think we can ever put our hand on what makes evilness, I don't think we can ever dissect what evilness is. I think we can only try to defeat it with each other. So I don't even know what made, maybe it was the potential. We all know how talented DMX was. We saw how unapologetic he was, how resilient he was. Maybe it was that the guy was fearful of. Yeah.
But it'd be the worst thing. Like it'd be the ones you trust. And Nas said it best. Nas said it best. He said, it's never your enemy. It's always your own people. You know what I'm saying? To get you. And that's sad, man, because the ones we look at and trust, you know what I'm saying, are the ones that do you in. You know what I'm saying? Do you dirty. You know, and that be the worst. So my question for you is, how do we change that? You know what I'm saying? To get that malice and that malicious.
Bingo. Got the question.
Malicious, you know what I'm saying? Malicious tensions out there.
I've never been malicious, or I've never had hate, or I never had wanted to be demeaning to anyone. I think in order for us to eliminate the hate, and I'm just talking about our community, our demographic, I think that we have to learn that nothing is scarce. I think we think in the black community, everything is scarce. We tell ourselves it's not enough money.
Right.
So if he got the money, it ain't enough for me. It's not enough love. If she shows some love, I want his type of love. It's not enough respect. I want his respect. We think we've been cheated so much and we've been shorthand with a spoon so much that we think scarcity is a real thing. In reality, I need every black male to know that it's no such thing as scarcity. It's more than enough resources. It's more than enough love. It's more than enough respect. So I think that the day that we realize that there is no scarcity, it's enough for all of us, then we all win. And I think right now what's going on, and it's not our fault, because me and you, we didn't decide to come to America, nor did we come to America from a financial standpoint, or we didn't come to America off our ancestors' choice. Right. They was forced here. So it has us in this crab in the bucket mentality. And like I was just saying, with the crab in the bucket mentality, someone has to be vulnerable enough, and someone has to know that it's enough resources to where one of us gets out the barrels, the bucket, and we pull all the crabs out, and eventually we push the bucket over. But I think to stop the hate, to stop the violence, to stop the killing, we got to know that it's more than enough for whatever you're looking for, internally, externally, imperishable, perishable. It's enough. And just know that.
Yeah.
What you think?
It's a lack of understanding and lack of knowledge of self, you know. And I'm gonna answer more of that once we get into the topic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna answer that more until we get into the topic. You know, topic is dying to live, but yeah, man, it's a lack of understanding and knowing who we are as a people, and knowing, you know what I'm saying, understanding our history and our roots and where we come from. You know, and if you really had a knowledge and understanding of who you are and who we are, you know, you could never do that to a brother or a sister. You know, so it's just lack of understanding and lack of knowledge of self. But man, you got anything else, man, on the wire, man?
Last thing for the wire, for my state of Georgia. Shout out to Stacey Abrams. We all know when she was running for governor, she lost the deal, and she lost from a margin of 300,000 votes parish. They just did a ballot, and they just showed that the ballot showed that Stacey Abrams helped over 800,000 people in the state of Georgia have political and have voters' right. So what you think about that? She got cheated. 300,000 votes was lost when she ran for governor. And now it's finalized. You can look it up. She helped get 800,000 votes balloted in.
So that's just never fighting. You know, staying down, sticking to your roots. You know, and staying firm on what you believe in and what you were brought here to put on. You know what I'm saying? Never get discouraged by an L, because the L is not a loss. L is a learning experience. You know, it's something you learn from, and it's something you grow from. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking at why it happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Why me? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, what was the reasoning for this? What can I gain out of this? What can I learn from it? And that's all she did, you know. She took that L, you know what I'm saying? Not a loss, a learning experience. She learned from it. Okay, I was able, through this, you know what I'm saying, through this learning experience I figured out how I have a following and I have a support system where I can make change and effect within the community and within my people, you know what I'm saying, in a positive way. So I'm going to use that, you know what I'm saying, to create change. And that's what she did, you know. She could have easily got discouraged after she lost. Right. You know what I'm saying, lost at Senate and been like, I ain't doing nothing. F it, you know what I'm saying. But no, she kept fighting and kept soldiering on. Like, okay, even through my experience, I understand that I have a support system and my voice really matters and I can create a change, and that's what she did. So, you know, just staying down, man.
And quick question, last question. This is my last for my word on why. Like, now when we look at it from a political standpoint, you know, you got Raphael Warnock, U.S. Representative from Morehouse College, King Shabazz, Mayor of Atlanta, FAMU, Stacey Abrams, like I just said, just help voters oppression. She come from Spelman. You got the vice president from Howard. All of those are HBCUs and 4 people who are literally changing the way we think. Why would you tell anybody? What would you tell a kid coming from high school to college? Why HBCU?
I would say.
Why attend an HBCU for your personal testimony?
For my personal testimony, just being around, you know what I'm saying, being around your people it's a beautiful thing. It's an amazing thing, you know. Like me, I never had no problem. Like, you know, it was like, oh man, I couldn't go no PWI, two race and all that, because it's just me and how I'm built. I'm built for whatever, you know, and whatever the situation is, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm built to be able to handle it, you know what I'm saying, deal with it. It is what it is. Let's get through it and handle it. But specifically going to a HBCU, man, you seeing the creativity, the swag, the intelligence, just being inspired and motivated by people who look like you know what I'm saying, and is being oppressed and treated just how you are, man. It just does something different. It brings you closer together and it's a camaraderie type of thing, you know, and it's like you get reminded that, oh, okay, I ain't in this thing by myself, you know what I'm saying? I ain't in this fight, or I ain't in this struggle by myself, you know. So that's what I think is the dope aspect of going to a HBCU, and I done met some genuine, amazing people along the way, you know. Because honestly, I was contemplating on transferring after my freshman year, but the reason that I stayed was because of the people I done met along the way, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The other, you know what I'm saying, my colleagues, you know what I'm saying, partners, amazing professors, you know. So I was like, man, you know, being around these people, man, and is, you know what I'm saying, it's a win, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna be 5-10 years down the road. I'm like, man, I'm glad. I'm gonna be thanking myself that I made this decision to stay here because of the connections and the people I made. I mean, people I met along the way. So I feel that any high schooler coming out the way, man, being around your own kind and your own people, it ain't nothing wrong with that. And people try to say, oh, why you don't want to integrate? Why you don't want to integrate? Come on, man, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? You're not no black supremacist. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be around your own people. You know, that's just what you want to be. You know what I'm saying? You want to be around your own people, and it brings the best out of you. Me personally, it brings the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? Because you get a love and support system. You know what I'm saying? You got people backing, you got people supporting you, and they know the struggles and they know the things that you are going through, so they understand it, and y'all use that. Y'all feed off each other energy to get better and grow. So I believe that's dope. What's that? But let's go ahead and get into the topic, man. Before we get into it, y'all see that button right there below on YouTube. Hit that like button, you know what I'm saying? Get the algorithms up, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a family member, tell a family member. Y'all see that subscribe right there? Bow, click it. Hit that bell icon, you know what I'm saying? So you get all the newest and latest notification, man. Make sure y'all follow the show. Again, on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music, and YouTube, man. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a family member, tell a family member. But let's get into it, man. Dying to live. And like I said, the King Von situation had really touched me, you know, and it really had me like man, it was just sad seeing that situation. And it's we have too many cases and scenarios and instances and stories where black life and black talent is cut short, and so much opportunity is cut short due to you know what I'm saying, us murdering each other, you know what I'm saying. And it's too much going on in the world, man, with racism, police brutality, you know what I'm saying, racial discrimination, social injustice that's going on to us as black people, for us to be looking at each other as the enemy and attacking one another, you know what I'm saying. We in a time where we should come together. But why are blacks, I gotta ask you, why are blacks in America dying to live?
That's a tough question. I think that we're dying to live, you know, because essentially a lot of us think we're living to die. I think we don't really see prosperity, or we don't see hope. We don't see hope within our community. We don't see hope within our household. We don't see hope within this country. It's almost like growing up, in a classroom, and you're the only black kid, and your teacher tells you every day, you're not going to be nothing. You will never be nothing. You ain't going to be shit, and you're not going to be shit. I think a lot of times what's happening is we're down to live because we ultimately have believed that we just live and die. There's no place for us in this country. And I think that that's when unity comes together. We got to start having unity with each other, and we must learn that you're here because of someone else died 100 years ago. You're here because of your ancestors died. Your ancestors picked cotton just for you to never feel like the same way they felt. So I feel like, one, we feel like we ain't empowering each other. We're not learning the beauty and the brilliance of what we come from. And secondly, I just think we're dying and live simply because we think we're just living to die, And that's not the case. No one of African American culture should live to die, and we ain't dying to live. Every day we walk, every day we talk. They want to have our culture. They want to have our slang. They want to have our physical features. They want to have our diction. So it's like, from an external view, why is it that everyone wants to be like you, but deep down you don't want to be like you? So I think we just got to learn the brilliance of you're black, you're beautiful, and you never living to die, and you never dying to live. You're living for the next generation. You're living for more than just yourself.
And I feel that to touch on that, what you said is like that's a lack of knowledge and understanding of who we are and where we come from. Because if you look at it, we make influence and we create the change globally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hell, it wouldn't surprise me universally. You know what I'm saying? We create the change, and we create what's trending, what's happening, what's popular. You know what I'm saying? All shapes, form, and aspects. I'm not even just talking about entertainment. We talking about in the stock market world, real estate, health, everything, man. It all ties. It all goes back to the original man. You know what I'm saying? The black man, the black woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It all goes back to that, and we just don't know that because that information has been hidden from us. You know what I'm saying? It has been hidden from us. It's not lost, but it's been hidden for us, and we were detached from it. So now we look at it like, oh man, we don't understand it. So now, instead of like seeing that, I look at this black person, I look at them as like, oh man, it's just another nigga, man. He from the other side, man. He a op, man. Fuck that nigga, man. I'm from that. But if you had to understand the knowledge of who that is, man, you see them as that's a brother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a brother of mine. You know what I'm saying? I could never pull a gun out. You know what I'm saying? And kill you. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually look at you as a brother. You know what I'm saying? It's not in our nature to be, how people say, demons and you know what I'm saying? I'm a savage. That's not in our nature. That's not in our nature. Right. That's not where we come from. That's not who we are as a people. That's foreign to us. You know what I'm saying? We come from righteous, holy people. You know what I'm saying? Loving and caring people. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you cause harm to me, I'm going to defend myself. We're going to defend ourselves. That's just natural. That's just natural.
Right.
That's just natural nature of anything living. You know what I'm saying? Anything living creature, anything. You harm them and you try to cause some type of harm, they're going to protect themselves. It's just like the body. If some type of inflammation or illness or disease comes within the body, the immune system goes to work and starts to protect the body. So that's just natural. But just being this savage and beast and causing harm and chaos and havoc, that's not in our nature. That's not who we are as a people. So, like I said, it comes from a lack of understanding and lack of knowledge. Also, a lack of communication, man.
Lack of miscommunication is key.
Miscommunication. It's so many cases and instances and situations where you like, man, this really where it all started from?
Right.
He's dead, and I'm in jail with 4 life sentences because of a lack of miscommunication. You know what I'm saying?
Something smaller than what we stand for. Something smaller than us.
Exactly. It's something so small, so petty. You know what I'm saying? It was easy. It could have easily been something. We sit down at a round table. like men and women, kings and queens, and we discuss our problems and our issues. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just, all right, I'm gonna kill them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cause like I said, it's just that's just not life. Everything gonna be peaches and cream and everything's gonna be perfect. No, that's just not a reality. But before we go to the extreme and where we end someone's life and kill them, man, let's sit down and discuss it because there ain't no coming back from that. Like I said, you fight, all right, cool. You get your eye closed, you know what I'm saying? You break your jaw, lip busted. That'll heal over time, you know what I'm saying? That'll heal over time. But like I said earlier, if I shoot and kill you, it's no coming back from that.
Right.
It's no coming back from that. That's not gonna heal, you know what I'm saying? That pain and that suffering in those families' heart, that son you took away, that daughter you took away, that auntie, that cousin, that best friend, that husband, that wife, that pain will never go away. It'll just be something. As time goes on, I learned to live, you know what I'm saying? Learn to live without you in my life, but the pain never goes away. So before we get to that, all right, cool, we fight. All right, somebody may record it, you know, put it on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. All right, you get your ass whooped. Cool. They don't go to picking up some guns. I'm finna kill him. I gotta shoot him and kill him. No. You know what I'm saying? Go in the gym, train. You know what I'm saying? Get your ones back, you know, get it back, you know what I'm saying, fighting gym. But like you said, it may be cliche and you know what I'm saying, you be like, oh, that was in the movie, but what Pop said on Friday, man. Rest in peace to John Witherspoon. You know what I'm saying? You win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. And you can come back from that once two have an altercation, we fight. And you sit down and be like, maybe not today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not even be a year from now. But some years down the line, you sit down, man, what's up, man? And you sit there and be like, as you mature and your mind is fully developed, you're like, man, we really fought over some petty stuff. Is it over over a female, over some miscommunication, over some cloud, just little stuff, and you be like, man, you laugh about it and be like, all right, cool. But we both grew and we matured. It ain't gotta be we gotta be the best of friends and all that, but we can shake hands like grown men and move forward. You know what I'm saying?
And reminisce on the growth.
And grow. You know what I'm saying? We can move forward and grow. But we still alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here for my mother. You still here for your mother. You still here for your son, your daughter, your wife. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Female, you here for your husband. You here for your daughters. You here for your friends. You know what I'm saying? We alive. You know what I'm saying? We alive to move forward. Then teach the youth, oh, this is the dumb shit that we went through, so avoid doing it. But once you go and killing people, you know what I'm saying? You cutting off a whole toolage, a lineage that could have been impactful to the world and creating change. And then you're not even looking at all the lives that you have affected. You know what I'm saying? Not even, it's like this person right here could have been grown and matured to something so amazing that affected people generations down the line. So just imagine Malcolm X got killed as Detroit Red. Imagine it. Imagine Malcolm X was killed as Detroit Red. All them lives that he impacted and changed, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? And none of them impacted and changed, none of that. You know what I'm saying? We probably wouldn't have the Muhammad Ali, the Black Panther Party, because, you know what I'm saying, Elijah Muhammad was Muhammad Ali's teacher, but Malcolm X had introduced him, you know what I'm saying, to the nation. You know? And the Black Panther Party was heavily influenced and inspired by, you know what I'm saying, Malcolm X. So just stuff like that. Who was it?
Then they was inspired by Marcus Garvey and the Pan-African movement.
Exactly.
And you know, you said something brilliant. You said something brilliant a minute ago. You said that our culture, we in some way, somehow, we've learned to adopt these traits that are not inherent in us. You was like how being a savage or being a demon or being barbarian, it's like these traits are who we are, and it's like
you inherited the habits.
Inherited
the habits of your slave master.
If you want to destroy anything, no matter people, no matter animal, if you want to destroy anything, you dehumanize it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what we've done so much. We've let dehumanize become so secondhand and so remote in our culture. You're not a savage. You're not a thug. You're not a nigga. You're not a demon. Like you said, you come from kings and queens. Mm. And I think that we got to start empowering, and we got to start making. Yeah, Black Lives Matter. Yeah, Black is beautiful. Yeah, Black is king. But Black is a necessity. And I think we got to teach how Black is a necessity. Like every I kid you not, every day I stop every time I stop at a traffic light, I see a traffic light. I say, okay, the traffic light I'm looking at was created by Gary Morgan, a Black man. Or when I'm turning on the light bulb, I'm like, okay, this light bulb was created by Louis Latimer. I'm looking at the refrigerator. The indoor refrigeration was created by Frederick Johnson. So it's like we got to teach that Black is, Black is beautiful, Black is grand, but Black is the necessity. Because if it wouldn't be for the people of your pedigree, you wouldn't be able to have the same necessities you live through today. Everything. And I feel like we forget and we don't really inherit and we don't really accept how royal and how grand our roots are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Even when you go home and your home alarm system goes off, a Black woman created the home security monitor. Mm-hmm. So it's like, learn that knowledge. And don't let nobody erase it from you, because once they erase your knowledge, they delete your future.
Right. You affect so many people. You letting down so many people. Like, and then another thing, once you're not living your purpose and living out, finding what's your true value to the world, you know what I'm saying? What's your gift to the world? When you don't live that out, you know what I'm saying? You're committing spiritual suicide. You are letting so many people down that you just do not know. So many people you could have impacted or touched on with your gift and ability, you take for granted. You know what I'm saying? You take it for granted, and you are letting so many people down.
What do you think too? Because we affect people simultaneously. We don't know.
Yeah.
But then what if we show gratitude and people who have affected us? What if we start showing gratitude to the people that affected us? How can that can affect them in a way that we never known? We may think, oh yeah, he knows he got effect on me, or she knows she has effect on me. But how can we really show that gratitude? Because that gratitude can really change that person who's affected us. Like I was just telling my girl the other day, one of the biggest gangsters in my city, he a straight gangster. He told me, he was like, yeah, Mello. He was like, you being from Macon, Georgia, and going to college in Tennessee, to us that's like going and playing pro ball. Mm-hmm. It's like you went to go play pro ball, and it's like, I knew he loved me, and I knew we had a love relationship, and I knew he an OG or whatever, but because he was vulnerable enough to show me that gratitude, it's like that spoke volume. So I'm like, sometimes I think we got to be vulnerable enough and show the Black person, any Black person, that you are important, that you are loved, and I love you because this what you did for me.
To answer your question, just continuing, like I said, like the things that they done and the things that they done to impact you and inspired you to change your life for the better, you do that for the next, and I know they'll be like, man, boy, this like, man, I know he's carrying on what I done. Don't be selfish with the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Get a game out. You know what I'm saying? Get a game out, If I taught you, if this person taught me how to make $1 million, and I end up making $3 million, all right, I'm gonna teach somebody the ropes and teach somebody the game, and have them teach them how to make $6 million, and it's go on, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? And they'll say, I believe that they will see like, okay, this is the impact I done had on the individual. You know what I'm saying? I know I had the impact because the things that I taught, you know what I'm saying, he's applying it. You know what I'm saying? He's applying it in his teachings, and he's impacting so many, you know what I'm saying, so many other different people. So I think that they see the work that you're doing, that's how they do it. But also give them their role. We got to give people their roses while they're alive as well, Just don't wait till someone pass away and be like, oh, they were this and oh, they were that. Let them know that they was loved and appreciated. So if it's something that they were lost to gun violence or a violent, you know what I'm saying, incident, they'll know the next person I know, like, oh, okay, I'm getting my roses and I'm impacting so many people and I'm changing people's lives for the better. I know to move smarter. But if you don't know, you know what I'm saying, if you're not giving those roses, you like, all right, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to just keep moving how I move, you know what I'm saying?
And that's why I think we feel it in the Black community. That's why I think a lot of our Black males feel it. They're not being told how valuable they are.
You're not told your worth. You know what I'm saying? And I value you are. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that comes from within. You must tell yourself that. But at the same time,
that's true.
At the same time, you impact and change people's lives to the better. We have to let them know, like you said, let them know that, hey, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you stay, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you stay, you know what I'm saying? You stay safe. You know what I'm saying? You make sure you move smart because we can't afford to lose you. You know what I'm saying? We can't afford to lose you to gun violence. You know what I'm saying? We can't afford to lose you through poor eating habits. You know what I'm saying? Poor living. You know what I'm saying? Smoking and drinking. You know what I'm saying? We can't afford to lose you in that manner. So we need you to do everything possible to keep going forward because you are changing lives. You are changing generations. So we need you to be on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much point blank and period. You know what I'm saying? We need you to be on your shit because you are doing so much for the community. You just don't know how much you were doing. So we got to let people know. Get them their roses, you know what I'm saying, while they're alive. So then people will move smarter, you know what I'm saying? You know, people be like, oh, I'm in my hood, man. I ain't scared, man. This is where I'm from and all that. Yeah, you ain't scared, you know. This is where you grew up and this is where you from. But it's still some ignorant individuals. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, we live in a world like, okay, I'm going to test you. So still just still move smart. Okay, I know what I am. You know what I'm saying? I know I ain't no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no scary individual. I'm scared, I'm shit. But I know that I'm here for a bigger purpose. I'm here for a bigger purpose. It ain't for my pride. I'm here for changing that life, or that little dude life in Chicago. I'm here for that little kid, for that little black boy in the Bronx. I'm here for that little, you know what I'm saying? I'm here for that young individual from that south side of St. Louis, Baton Rouge. I'm here for that that individual. So fuck all that pride and ego. Oh, Malik, you a bitch ass nigga. You got all this kid and all that. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. Because at the end of the day, I know who I am as a person, as a man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to move smart because it's not just about me. It's not just about me. It's bigger than me.
Right.
It's for those individuals all across the world. It's for that little boy, that little girl in Watts, California, Oakland, that ain't going to be born for another 100 years, but they will be greatly impacted and affected on the work that I'm doing right now and the work I'm going to do 10 to 15, 20 years down the line. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about. So we have to move smarter, move wiser. And I had looked up a term, you know what I'm saying? Another thing, us as black people, we have it's myopia mindset. Myopia mindset. And what that means is we have a short-term or short-span mindset. We thinking in the moment, and we not thinking long-term, later on down the road, the effects that our decisions have. You know what I'm saying? Myopia. Wow. You know what I'm saying? We have a myopia mindset, and we looking like, oh, okay, what's going to happen now? But just a 10-second, 20, 30-second incident can affect me for the rest of my life. Can destroy my entire life. Just a 10 to 15 second incident can destroy and ruin the rest of my life. And so we have to think.
Blessed life.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Affecting other people's lives that we don't even know, or people we know personally, just because we were living in the moment. We were just thinking in the moment and wasn't thinking rational. Was just thinking unjust. You know what I'm saying? We just, man, fuck it, I'm finna flip out, boom. Instead of just really sitting down and like, I think with a calm, level head. And I seen something. A superpower is to remain calm in any and all situations. Now, that's a quote I read. That's a superpower to remain calm in any situation. You know what I'm saying? Any situation, the most distressed situations, obviously the best situations, you know, whatever it is, you able to stay calm and have a level head and make sound and just decisions. So we have to.
Real leadership.
You know what I'm saying? That shows true leadership and poise. You know what I'm saying? You're not rattled by, you know what I'm saying, any little thing. And that's why I love Minister Farrakhan so much, man. Once he go on these talk shows and they'll let him speak, the crowd will engage and interact with him. And he'll be all like, they let the crowd talk. Oh, I feel that you did this and that. All right, you're teaching hate. You're preaching hate. You're preaching division. And Mr. Farrakhan, man, he hit him with cold, hard facts, the truth.
Right.
But have a smile on his face. Man, I think that's some of the most.
Hey, then he hit him with that third person. Farrakhan hasn't done anything. I love him.
Man, he hit him, look, man, he hit him with that, and he'll just smile. Then be so respectful and so graceful. Be like, I appreciate your input and your response, my dear sister, or ma'am, you know what I'm saying, or sir. Then he'll check him. He'll check him with some hard facts. And still respect him, have a smile on his face, because they want to see him routed up. Oh, this and that. Whoa, they're going to be like, see, look at him. Got him. He's just another belligerent black man, you know. He's another black darky, so aggressive and so violent. You know what I'm saying? He hit him with that. He be calm, cool, and collected, and be telling the truth, and they be like this. Oh, man, I can't get him. I can't get him rattled, and he telling the truth. So being calm under all situations and really thinking, you know what I'm saying, getting out of that myopia mindset and thinking for the long term, you know what I'm saying, thinking later on down the road, you know. So don't let no 20-30 second situation or altercation have you sitting down 20 and 30 years of your life in the federal penitentiary. You gotta move smarter. You gotta move wiser, man, you know. But to elaborate more on the dying to live, I also feel that us as black people, like you said, we looking like we not looking to live life. We just trying to survive. And that's sad within the community, like we just surviving we just trying to survive for the day, you know, just the myopia mindset in general, you know. We just looking like, oh, okay, it don't we ain't got no future. You know what I'm saying?
Momentarily.
Just momentarily. We just here. I'm supposed to be in the hood and trapped in the hood and stay here forever and just shrivel up and die. You know, or if I don't get shot and get killed, I'm gonna eat this poison and eat this junk that's gonna have me on my deathbed at 35. You know. So, what's your thoughts on that? For as us as black people in America, we just living. We got that mindset just living to survive.
I think we just living to survive because, you know, I believe in a lot of times in the black community, you want to be what you see.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that a lot of times we don't visually see the potential that we can be. A lot of times I feel like we just become so bombarded. We become so immune to seeing mediocrity or just seeing failure, just seeing that stigma, to where we just think this is life.
Yeah.
This is life, and this is what we gotta live for. Jay-Z said it best. He said growing up in Marcy homes, and he said what I think a lot of African Americans gotta do. Nipsey Hussle said it as well. But Jay-Z said that he was standing in Marcy home projects one day, and he was standing in these 4x4 windows, and he said he looked at the condition of everybody in Marcy homes,
mm-hmm.
and he made a cognitive decision. He said, if this is what I gotta live for today, then I'm willing to risk anything to change this. I'm willing to look at myself. I'm willing to look at my environment. I'm willing to jeopardize any and everything just to get out of here.
Yeah.
And I think that we got to have more foreseeing faith, you know. I think we preach about faith from a biblical standpoint, from a church standpoint, but when faith is supposed to be enacted, when faith is really supposed to be tested, I think it just goes out the window.
We don't
So
apply.
I think we just surviving because we lost that faith, and we losing that faith. And ain't nobody bringing faith to the community. Everybody who's making it out of the community ain't giving back within the community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we see athletes, we see doctors, we see millionaires. You know, every necessity, every asset they ever learned got them out of the hood and don't give back to that hood. So it's like almost like once again I go back to that crab in the bucket reference. You know, the crabs are just crawling. The crabs don't know nothing but to just eat what's been given them to eat. You know, so I feel like we gotta bestow that faith. And we got to give back into those communities, you know, into the black life, into the black belief, not just physically seeing black, but physically believing that black life really changed. You know, it's about changing that whole notion.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
And Nipsey Hussle said it best. He said, man, I remember on Hustle and Motivate, he said, I remember coming out the county jail and looking at myself like I ain't got nothing to lose. And as an African-American male, you got everything to win and nothing to lose. And I think we got to really just start, like you said, sometimes somebody's not gonna show that gratitude. Sometimes they ain't gonna be like, hey, you helped, yeah, you did this, you that. You gotta look within, and you gotta find that perseverance within yourself. And just know, it may sound like game that I'm saying, but I have literally seen that if you look within yourself and you don't conform to the physical realms of life, you will pass through it. And that's what we got to do. We got to make that decision that America is not going to bring manifestation and manifest destiny to our community. The people who made it out of our community, at the end of the day, they're not going to bring manifest destiny into our community. We got to look within each other. We got to be crabs in this barrel. One of us got to get out, and we got to maintain. We got to push this paradigm, and we got to push this barrel out of our notion. And that's how we go change. Faith, perseverance, looking within ourselves, and knowing that it's greater.
And seeing the greatness within yourself. You know,
seeing the greatness.
Not nobody in DC creating it, saving you and changing your life. You know what I'm saying? Looking at yourself, looking in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? And say, all right, this is the person it's the only person that's gonna save me and create that change for myself. You know. Like Mello said, you have everything to win. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve spiritual freedom. No, ain't no deserve. That is your right. That is your right for spiritual freedom, financial freedom, physical freedom. You know what I'm saying? Mental freedom. Freedom is your birthright. So go out and go get it, man. You know what I'm saying? And stop looking at. You gotta stop looking at each other. Is competition, you know, and you know what I'm saying? If y'all not competing to get each other better, then you shouldn't be competing at all. You know what I'm saying? Competition is like, it's the type of thing that it's only in certain situations and cases where it's productive, and you know what I'm saying? It should be for motivational purposes only, not to shit on one another. You know what I'm saying? It's to uplift and build you. I'm trying to put that, light that fire on your ass, you know what I'm saying, for you to go harder, for you to get better, because I know what you about, you know what I'm saying. You shouldn't be competing. You shouldn't be competing with your spouse, you know what I'm saying. A man and a woman shouldn't be competing with each other in a relationship that's doomed for failure, you know what I'm saying. You shouldn't be competing because I want to destroy another black man or black woman, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to cause harm. I'm trying to kill this individual, because when you kill a black man or a black woman, you are killing yourself. Literally, you are killing yourself. You are not that same individual you were before you pulled that trigger or stabbed someone or whatever, however you did. You are not that same individual. You are literally killing a part of yourself. When you experience death, when you see death, you are experiencing death. Part of you has died. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look at it like that, is looking within ourselves, seeing the greatness within ourselves, and seeing the greatness within our brother, within our sister, you know.
And another thing I realized too, Malik, I read a book one time, and it was a white author. He said that it was his daughter's birthday, and his daughter was getting presents. He made a valid point. He said his daughters were getting presents at the birthday party, and she got this new present that she just got, and this little boy snatched the present out of her hand, and she snatched the present back. And the little boy started crying, and everybody else was saying, give him that toy back. Give him that toy. That's your toy. Give it back, share it. And the father said, no, I'm not going to make her give this toy to him. So they was like, why not? He said, in order for her to truly give something, she must truly know how it feels to possess what she's giving. I feel like in the African-American community, we got to truly possess every type of emotion we feel. Either it's a sad emotion, either it's a great emotion. We have to possess, and we have to really cherish these emotions. That's the only way we're going to be able to give that love that we're looking for, give any and everything we're looking for. We got to, just like that little girl, she had to possess that toy, we have to possess those emotions. And that's the only way we go truly, from an authentic standpoint, giving.
Most definitely. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. But let's go ahead and get into the health is wealth, you know. Your body is the number one vehicle to move forward anything in life, you know. So if you don't have your body together, your body's not functioning proper, you cannot do the things that you desire and that you want to do in life, you know what I'm saying? There's no point of being a billionaire and you on your deathbed, you know? So let's put the right foods and the right things in our body to help ourselves grow. My health as well for the week is key limes. Key limes are a good source of magnesium and potassium, and there's 10 health benefits of drinking lime juice. It's good for skincare, digestive aid, constipation, healthy blood sugar, heart health, respiration, joint care, treatment of after surgery, temperature regulation and weight loss.
Wow.
So yeah, man, get on that key lime, man. It's not acidic, you know what I'm saying? It's natural. So, you know, the acidic, you know what I'm saying, that acid put into your body, you know what I'm saying, it's harmful. So the key limes is not acidic, you know what I'm saying? It's natural, you know, and it's a great supplement, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, to put into your body and to build that health, you know. So when you next time you out and about, you know, you getting some water, ask me, hey, let me get some of that, you know what I'm saying? Let me get some of that key lime, you know what I'm saying? Let me get some of that key lime.
Let me get some of that key lime.
Yeah, let me get some of that key lime in my water. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But what's your health as well for the week, Mello?
So my health and wealth, and I've been trying it lately since I've been in Alabama. It's just aloe vera. What aloe vera's been shown to do is been shown to treat burns, acne treatment, and also help during the digestive aid. Aloe vera has been shown to show a promise in the digestive aid in the digestive system of your body, and also it flushes any antioxidant out of your skin. And so it offers benefits for people who have constipation as well from the digestive system, ulcers, or just IBS, you know, irritable bowel syndrome. So, you know, try to also, and then also you can put it on your dog as well. You can mix aloe vera within your dog food, and your dog can eat it, and it'd be great for coating his skin. So it's good for, you know, animal skin, good for your skin, and also your digestive system. So try aloe vera out.
So I ain't know this. I said, so when we had I had a German Shepherd.
That especially for German Shepherds.
I had a German Shepherd. We used to crack an egg and mix it into his food, and it used to help his coating. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you put aloe vera in it, and you mix it, and it gives them a thicker, smoother coating. Yeah.
Okay, man. So get on that, man. You learn something new every day. Cause I most definitely ain't know nothing about that, but we will be implementing that into the diet and the regimen, man. So yes, most definitely. But man, to close it out, man, you know we got to give y'all some words of wisdom, something one time for your mind, dropping some jewels for you, for your mental, you know, our words of wisdom. And I'm going to let you go ahead and hit it with the words of wisdom first, Mello. What you got for our listeners?
My word of wisdom is just what I learned what Maya Angelou did. And just make it quick and short, it was Maya Angelou, she was doing poetry for the Poetic Justice Movement. And it was a guy, and he was on the scene, and he was cussing, you know, he was calling women bitches, and he was fighting guys on the scene. And Maya Angelou just looked at the guy and said, have anyone told you how much you're worth, and how much we love you? And the guy ended up being Tupac.
Yeah.
And she said Tupac just balled down and started crying. So my thing is, you know, just realize how much, you know, you are loved and how much you mean to us. And once you know the meaning of that, no one can take it away from you.
Powerful. And my words of wisdom for the week is it's from the down south pioneer, you know what I'm saying, owner, boss, you know what I'm saying, true businessman, Jay Prince. And he said, it's two things we get every day when we wake up. We get a chance and an opportunity. No, we get a chance and a choice. I'm gonna repeat that. Every day, every time we wake up, we get two things. We get a chance and a choice. What you do with that chance once you woke up, once you do with that chance in the morning, that choice you make is on you. So let's, my beautiful black brothers and sisters, let's choose to live. Let's choose for growth. You know what I'm saying? Let's choose generational wealth, financial, spiritual freedom, mental freedom. Healthy diet, physical freedom. You know what I'm saying? Everything across the board, let's choose freedom. You know what I'm saying? Let's choose to live. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop playing. Let's stop choosing to lose and let's choose to win. So like I said, man, to repeat, every time we wake up in the morning, we get two things. A choice and a chance. Let's choose to live, man. But Mello, man, please tell the listeners, man, where they can follow you at, your social media handles, where they can get in touch with you at.
Follow me on Facebook at Romello Smith. Follow me on Instagram at Romello A. Smith on Instagram. You know, just hit me back. I hit you back. Everybody pray you have a great week and just follow RTK Podcast. We need to get as many subscribers as we can coming into this new year. So y'all just help us. Y'all help us. Y'all get us subscribed. We see progression. We see a great rapid progression. But let's get it.
Most definitely. And make sure y'all follow T9, man. My brother T9, T number 9, T number 9, INE. You know what I'm saying, on IG, man. Follow Trill City Sound page. Follow RTK Podcast page. You can find me, KINGSHABAZZ 98 on Instagram, man. And also, man, I want to give a salute and a shout out, man, to Streets 99.3 The Beat, man, for my interview, man, and, about, you know what I'm saying, just discussing the show and everything. And I want to appreciate C-Dub, DJ C-Dub, 2 Live Bree for bringing me in on the platform, man, you know, and telling my story, man. So shout out, much salute to both of them kings, man, and make sure y'all follow Streets 99.3, you know what I'm saying, dope platform, and it's growing and expanding, you know. But make sure y'all subscribe to the show on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music, man. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the show on YouTube. Hit that bell icon so you can get all the newest and latest notifications on RTK Podcast, Real Talk with Kings, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in each and every week. We do this for y'all. We love y'all. This is for us.